So, ladies and gentlemen, Piers Morgan has decided to respond to Douglas Murray calling him out recently over not only lots of Piers Morgan's lies, but his really horrible and disgusting treatment of a brilliant woman, a international law expert and barrister, Natasha Hertsdorf, who, if you support Israel nowadays, you get completely berated by Piers Morgan because, according to Piers Morgan, he is right about everything. Even though he lies the skin of his teeth, his whole entire career has been one big and utter lie. I saw one person leave a comment say, because I'm a small fry, I have to lie more. No, that's not it at all. In fact, my show would, I think, be a lot bigger if I was lying through the skin of my teeth. I think my show is doing reasonably well, considering that I am only telling the truth and I'm focused on the truth. How do you explain Piers Morgan, who, yes, he had a fairly reputable name over on, the morning shows that he was doing, but starting a YouTube channel is a completely different story. Then Piers Morgan decided to game it and lie through the skin of his teeth and then get loads of people to just attack each other, verbally speaking, through different subjects to create a lot of drama. Sure, that part is brilliant, and even Joe Rogan has said that it is, but he's like a Jerry Springer. Basically, let's create a great deal of drama. Let's lie through the skin of our teeth to build the show. If you say the most provocative thing, obviously people are going to go, oh, yeah, I love what you're doing. I love what you're saying. I'm going to latch onto that. It's very tribal, okay? And like I've said in all my shows, I don't want you guys defending me. I want you guys defending the truth because that's the most important thing. Piers, on the other hand, wants everyone defending him. Or if you don't agree with him, he'll just block you. So he's responded to Douglas Murray. And wouldn't you know it, he's done it over on X because, well, he can't do it on his show. He'll just do it over on X. It's like kind of the coward response. But nevertheless, here is what he says. I like Douglas Murray personally, but on the Israel-Hamas war, he's like his friend Natasha, just a hyper-partisan hack who will defend anything the Israeli government does, however indefensible. As for Dave Smith, he's one of my favorite repeat guests. Smart, funny, and interesting. So here's what Piers Morgan is saying. I'm going to throw Douglas Murray under a bus. He's a hack. Because when it comes to Israel, Douglas Murray will defend everything that Israel does. No, he doesn't defend everything Israel does, I'll have you know. He just defends Israel and their actions trying to defeat the likes of a terrorist organization, Piers Morgan. But you, on the other hand, you're the hack. You're the lying hack. How dare you call someone as brilliant as Douglas Murray a hack because he supports Israel? But yet you call Dave Smith, who is actually a failed comedian at that, smart, funny, and interesting. He's none of those three. No, none of those three things. Now, yes, I have said in the past, and I still stand by it, there are some things that I agree with Dave Smith on. I'm not totally against Dave Smith. But when it comes to Douglas Murray, I am more on Douglas Murray's side, considering how brilliant the man is. The man is more intellectually brilliant than the likes of Dave Smith and Piers Morgan combined. Because I think with Piers Morgan and Dave Smith, they've both got the intellectual capacity of 60? Not even, if you're lucky. Whereas Douglas Murray, he can look at issues and he's able to see all these issues for how they really are. The truth of issues. He's been to Gaza. He's seen what took place on October 7th with his own eyes. And yet Piers Morgan decides to call him a hack with Natasha, a lawyer, two actual experts. They're hacks, right? And goes, Piers Morgan is comparing Douglas Murray, a best-selling author, and Natasha, a lawyer, both highly renowned intellectuals, to Dave Smith, a failed comedian with the IQ of a damp sponge. This is yet another reason proving that Piers Morgan is not a journalist, but a loudmouth whose bandwagon hopping views do more harm than good. Dave Smith actually responds and goes, "This is just pathetic. Seems like your ego got hurt a little bit there. Douglas can call me whatever names he wants to, but people see the real clown, who the real clown is." I think your pride and ego got hurt quite a lot because he called you a literal clown. You're a funny man, or supposed to be a funny man, talking about a actual significant issue in the world. The days of unimpressed, lying chicken hawks lecturing the rest of us are over. So the days of failed comedians are somehow in, lecturing us about issues that you got no idea about, but people that have been to the area, that have studied the area, that know a lot about the area, their days are done, so to speak. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Like I said, the IQ of like 60 makes like you're dumb. You don't see it. People see in your go-to defense mechanism the assumption that a few low IQ loudmouths agreeing with you somehow proves your point. After the debate on Rogan, Murray went on a book signing tour for yet another best-selling book. Meanwhile, you appeared on several other podcasts whining about how you won the debate. You are the clown, Dave. You are an ignorant moron. And that's what I would call a dingbat. Now, John Spencer Guard, who is a brilliant man, and he's probably one of the most foremost experts when it comes to urban warfare. So you'd want to listen to someone like that, right? Well, he has his take. The court jester wants to be taken seriously. All he does is push anti-Israel, anti-American, anti-government revisionist history. Don't trust any experts. Remember COVID? Trust me and my stories. Same guy that says he gets the grievances of Osama bin Laden that terrorists is around because it works, and that if there's things that happen to him, he'd become a terrorist too, a weak one. He doesn't know anything about international relations, politics, war, the laws of war, international law, like recognition of sovereign borders, Israel, Gaza, or history. He is, by every definition, a clown. He's just going on pure emotion, like Piers Morgan does. His obsession with Rand Paul and libertarian purity doesn't make him principled. It makes him detached from reality. He romanticizes a world where American power doesn't exist, where the US withdraws from the world stage, and where moral relativism passes for foreign policy. It's intellectually cosplayed, wrapped in moral cowardice. He is brought out like a jester by people who can't argue their own points and rely on his mindless following, And because Dave is Jewish, but loudly anti-Israel, he's paraded around for the clicks and laughs, an influencer with no real influence. I think I said yesterday in the video that Dave Smith is Israeli. I meant to say Jewish, so my apologies about that. No matter how many times he tries to relitigate Israel's history to rewrite America's, both nations will be around long after he's forgotten. Israel will remain a powerful, democratic, sovereign nation. America will remain a global superpower. And Dave Smith will remain what he's always been, a fringe entertainer, spinning stories in a world that runs on serious ideas, not fantasies. Oh, that would have hurt. That would have hurt indeed, because like John Spencer said, Dave Smith knows nothing about international law, nothing about war in general. He's just a clown. Mark goes, and yet Douglas Murray is right and you are wrong, like the clown show wrong, and appealing to populism instead of taking in criticism as real men would, and adjusting show how much hubris you have. You will fall, Dave, just a matter of time. Naya Berg goes, Douglas Murray is a man of honor and actual intelligence who has been to Gaza and is an accredited journalist. The fact that Piers Morgan finds comedian Dave Smith to be superior on this topic says everything about his profound lack of critical thinking. What a joke. Yeah. So calling someone like Douglas Murray a hack shows just how much intellectual prowess you've got, meaning none. It's actually really refreshing to see Douglas Murray actually call out the hack that is Piers Morgan. But anyway, Piers Morgan only does gutter journalism, in my opinion. But that being said, my friends, I hope that you enjoy this one. You guys take care, be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.